5, 16, 19, 21, 33, and 10. Check results. You remember?
It's happened again. Was tucked up in bed ready to sleep and forgot I need to do this. It's happened again. Also, just gotta say straight off the bat, my nose. Oh my god! Wow, insane. I've really got to sort this out. I've always been a spotty individual, spotty fellow, but the nose situation has became insane. Like this is just looks, especially with the light right now, which I've turned on like full blast because it's late. Whoa, that voice crack. It's really making it shine, really making it pop. But yeah, no, this whole red nose thing I've been got going on, only because of poor skin. Not enough water. We know what's going on. We know the British. Anyway, 1:30? 1:30, I believe. You know what's happening right now? You know what's happening? I think exactly right now in America. The Met Gala. The Met Gala. A funny thing. You know, celebrities dress up in fancy attire and get their photo taken. I don't know what more it is than that. I guess there's food and drinks and stuff, and you kind of just party the night away. Well, you don't. I guess you sort of, you know, stand about, kind of uncomfortable depending on what you're wearing. And then it's the after parties to these types of things. You know, you have the cordial party and then someone's throwing an after party. And that's where like the shit goes down, where it's like no cameras, no phones allowed, because, you know, celebrity life. The whole idea of the Met Gala is like so crazy to me. Like a part of me is like, I guess it's kind of cool. You know, they're celebrating fashion or whatever. I'm not exactly, I wouldn't say I'm anti-fashion, but it's a rich man's sport, for the most part. Or at least it's easier. It's pay to win. Where maybe not entirely. I guess you can sort of thrift shop or whatever. But like, it's like in football, it's pay to win. Money's gonna help. Like, yeah, Leicester won the league, but these are rare occurrences. So like the Met Gala's kind of like that. So it's like, yeah, I guess it seems kind of cool, but in fact, I mean, I'm wearing a stained just hoodie right now, so clearly, yeah, no, but it's just kind of like, it's cool, you know, fashion designers, it's like their little Super Bowl. But at the same time, celebrities get like judged like who slayed, who didn't. But like, if a certain celebrity goes and is like, oh my god, they killed it, whatever. It's like they just showed up, you know what I mean? Like the designer or whatever, they put the clothes together, they designed it, or they, you know, whatever. The celebrity just got put in it and then walked out on a carpet and then went inside. Secondly, it's like I was saying earlier, it's the most celebrity thing ever. Like they show up, they get out of these cars, there's security everywhere, there's people just like, let me get your photo. It's like everyone's like, oh my god, I love you. And it's just like them walking around doing nothing in clothes, and it's just like they walk out and it just feels like this like elite like celebrity club type thing. Like, I don't know, like there's something Illuminati about it. And also, I just feel sorry for the people who get invited who just shouldn't be there, because it's like, it's not their fault. They got the invite, you know, they got told to come down, and some of these people aren't exactly fashionable people or have maybe these top designers or whatever. They're just sportsmen or or personalities out there, maybe in their 50s, and they get invited, they bring their husband or wife or whoever. Husband probably just show up in a black tux, and then the wife's just showing up, and it's like they're getting clowned on Twitter, and it's just like, oh, you know, oh, darling, baby, what are you doing, baby? You know, treacle. Like she's there and just like, oh, don't cook her alive. Oh, she's roasted. You know what I mean? Like, you know, she didn't choose it. She got invited. It's kind of like a mean practical joke. Like we said, come on down, we're having a Halloween party. Then you showed up dressed as an olive, and everyone else is like wearing like cat suits or some shit. And it's just like, right then. Like it's just like, you know, like if Zendaya shows up and looks like an absolute state, yeah, clown away on Twitter. That's what the app's for. But when you see like some like tennis player who's like, this ain't my bag, I'm just here because I'm good at tennis, and I just bought the Mr. and Mrs. because, you know, you get a +1, and you know we're just here, we're just smiling at the cameras. Our eyes are kind of going in different directions because we're so like taken aback by this whole thing. We know where to look, get some dodgy photos, and then we just still leave. So we'll just try and mingle with some of the people. What do you do? You're like, oh, you're a rapper, are you? Oh, let me hear some raps. You know, it's just like, You know, I don't know who's gonna be it this year. And the people everyone always gets gassed about usually is like Charlemagne or Zendaya, or like, I know Hamilton used to go Lewis Hamilton, but sorry, am I giving away that I'm pretty tired right now? I was tucked up in bed. Oh shit. Did I do my Duolingo today? Fucking hell, there's just so many. Like, and I was going to add learning an instrument into my daily thing as well. It's just too many daily things to keep up with at the moment, which is a grand total of 2. But still, it is this, and then the Duolingo, got to keep the streak going. And you just forget. It's not like it's hard. You just forget. If I added like an instrument lesson in, it'd just kind of be like, something's getting forgotten and something is, because I'm the kind of person, it needs to remain a streak or it's not getting done. And this has so far remained a streak. 130 days, man, crazy. December 23rd, I think, maybe 22nd. Since then when we started. I've been watching a lot of clips from Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, slightly a bit of a left turn now from the Met Gala to Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, that film, Marvel, you know, different lanes. I get the feeling, I get the vibe. Don't ask me why. Most massive Marvel fans are not massive Met Gala fans. I also get the idea that most Marvel fans, if they were famous, maybe wouldn't be invited to the Met Gala. Maybe not the most fashionable people. Blue jeans and a Captain America shield t-shirt, you know. What am I, you know? But here we are. The two topics are now coexisting in the same 15 minutes. Yeah, watching a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 clips. I guess I'm one of those people. I'm a Marvel fan. I'm not a Met Gala fan, but I do enjoy scrolling through Twitter and seeing what's being said and watching what's being worn. Where's we going with this? Guardians of the Galaxy, watching a lot of clips of 1 and 2. I made a whole list. Oh, I should have made this whole thing talking about the list. I'll save it for a few. Could do it tomorrow. I may talk about it tomorrow, but I was watching someone rank every Marvel movie, and I thought, I've not done that in a fair amount of time. Maybe my opinions have changed. So I thought I'll just do it for fun in my own free time, make a list. Not autistic at all. But now I'll sit in there on tier list maker. Marvel films, all of them up to Thor: Love and Thunder, because I haven't seen Ant-Man. And it came S, A, B, C, D, F. Was there an E? I don't think that was an E. That's the alphabet for you. And I was ranking them, man. I was seeing what I liked. And I think with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, this will be the best trilogy in Marvel, because the only thing, well, it won't be out and outright, but in my opinion, it might be, for a couple of reasons. It won't be outright because I think a lot of people think the second one isn't that great. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's a bit Marmite. I like the second one more than the first one, which I think is very rare, but I do. And that's why I was watching all the clips, because I wanted to really decide, do I like the second one more than the first? And I think I do, man. I just do. I like them both. And the only competition it will have in terms of trilogies will be the Captain America trilogy, but that one's so unfair. It's got all the Avengers basically in the third one. Everyone loves the second one. A lot of people say the second one is like their favourite Marvel film because it's so grounded and stuff, and the first one's just a solid opening film. And then they'd probably also say Spider-Man. But again, Spider-Man's got a similar problem with its second film being Marmite. Some people love it, some people fucking hate it. So a lot of people will probably remain Captain America being the best. But like, I don't know. Based off the reviews, I feel like I'm gonna like it. Marvel, they've been putting out, like, I couldn't believe it. Once I saw, like, they showed about 3 trailers, I thought, okay, that's quite a lot, but whatever. Then once I saw them dropping clips from the movie, I thought, this is insanity. When did this become a thing? Let's just drop clips from the film we're gonna see. Especially a film that, like, you don't really want spoilers for in a way. Like, I feel like a lot of Marvel movies, it's kind of like you don't want spoilers because every film is gonna, because they're all connected, they're all gonna have twists that lead into other stuff and have end credits. You don't really want spoilers, right? Other films, maybe you wouldn't care as much. Like if there was a clip for like Triangle of Sadness or something, you're just gonna watch. You know, it's fairly safe to watch. It's not gonna, they're not gonna show you the ending. Whereas a Marvel movie, you might gather things regardless of where it's from in the film. I don't know. That's just the way I feel, man. But my spirits up, my mood is up because when I made my list, I was looking at it. It was fairly even. Like, it didn't lean one way. It wasn't like a slope like most of the movies were by the top categories. It was very even, just a pillar. But when I looked at all my films down the bottom, it was like genuinely in the bottom tier. I had 3 Thor movies in the lowest tier. Like, crazy. The first one, don't like it. Second one, don't like it. Third one is good. Fourth one, don't like it. So I was like, okay, so 4's down there. Doctor Strange I have in like D tier down there. You know, Phase 4, I'm just thinking, Christ. I got like Shang-Chi in like C or B. Wakanda Forever in like B. And I just thought, oh, Phase 4. But I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy is going to come around now and just be like, blammo. I guess I had No Way Home up there. So that's one film in Phase 4 that did pretty well for me, but this one I think is going to be technically a better film. Like, No Way Home is always going to have a special place because it's so hype. It was just, they just pulled off a crazy cool experience, you know. And Spider-Man's just cool, I guess. You know, he's just so famous, you know. In terms of like fans, like I think he's like probably one of the most popular superheroes, like alongside Superman, Batman type people. Like, Spider-Man's probably the most famous, popular hero from Marvel. Like, even before the films and stuff, like, he just is the biggest guy. Everyone loves the guy. He's the guy. And, you know, I was always going to like that, but I just think Guardians is going to be, like, a better film with less holes in it, because No Way Home has holes, it has convenient things that happen. I think this will be less of that. What I am sure of, like, okay, the best things I've read, there's things like they balance the humor really well. They don't do too much humor undercutting moments and stuff. They've pulled back on that a little bit too much. If anything, a lot of the complaints I saw were things like it was a bit too far pulled in the emotional direction. It was too like sad or like gruesome in some ways. It's not gonna be gruesome, but you know, it was just a bit too, because obviously I know the storyline is of Rocket and that, and he's like an animal tested on. Some people were saying that like the animal testing stuff is just too like pulls too far that way. For me, that's not a bad thing. If it's too sad, it can't be too sad. I don't think a Marvel movie could make a movie too sad. If it's too sad, it's sad enough, because a Marvel movie's too sad is like the perfect amount of sadness, because ultimately, like, Marvel called Doctor Strange a horror film. You know what I mean? So when they say these things, water it down a lot. Water it down, you know? So if it's uber sad, it's probably just about the right amount of sadness. And I like that. Like, I'm not saying no jokes. Obviously, that's what the films are about. But I just think, and I know for a fact there'll be jokes in here where I'm like, I mean, yeah, there just will be. But it's fine. They're not all going to land. It's fine. As long as... It's fine. I can handle that. Those things I don't forget about. There's probably a ton of jokes in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, or even No Way Home or Infinity War that I just don't remember right now. You remember the good moments, you remember the highs. I don't know if I should rewatch the first two. Probably not. I don't really rewatch films. It's like, I can rewatch clips and stuff. Like, it's a good clip. I really like that. And that's enough for me. I don't rewatch a whole film. I'm just like, it's just like I could watch something new. Why, you know? But no, man. I think this is going to be, because at the moment, I told you what's in my bottom tier. I think in my very bottom tier, I had Hulk, I had the Incredible Hulk, I had Thor, The Dark World, I had Thor: Love and Thunder, and I had Iron Man 2. That might have been all the films in the bottom tier. I think it was just Hulk, the 3 Thors, and Iron Man 2. And then in my top tier, I originally had Endgame, but I decided, no, come on now, let's just be realistic. And I moved it down to A. Still good. Similar in the fact it was a great event. It was great in the moment. I've not watched it since. It's very long. It's 3 hours. You know, it's got great moments, some of the best moments. But, you know, ultimately it was a bit of a cop-out time travel. It feels like it was very convenient in the way they got there. You know, certain things, it felt bad, but I did have to move it down to A. So I think my actual S's, the ones that were at the top, were Infinity War. I know this is weird, kind of, but they were Infinity War. They were Homecoming, I know, but I really like that film. Infinity just gives me a warm feeling, and that's a film I actually have watched like 3, 4, maybe even 5 times, which is rare for me. Infinity War, Homecoming, very digestible. I did put No Way Home in there. Maybe that's something again, like in a year's time, I'll pull it down for the same reasons of Endgame. But I do have No Way Home up there right now, and I think I had Civil War up there. So I think I just had those 4 films: Civil War, Infinity War, Homecoming, No Way Home. So 2 Avengers films, 2 Spider-Man films. And I'm not a recency bias kind of guy. There's a good chance people are saying it's the best one. When I was predicting, I did think this was going to be a good film, but I didn't think it would be like the reviews it's got. The reviews it's got is really good. Rotten Tomatoes, not actually great, but then again, it's got lower Rotten Tomatoes score I think at the moment than Ant-Man. So maybe we should just bomb that website. So yeah, it'd be cool. I thought realistically, probably people will say it's better than the second one. Really good, but not better than the first, or it would be debatable if it is. But people are saying it's the outright best, it's the perfect ending. It's like sad and happy and just perfect, and people are crying and stuff. It's like, I don't cry like during movies really. I don't know. I guess I'm an emotionless bit of AI, but when I read there's like emotional moments that make people cry, I fucking love it because I wanna sit there and be like, yeah, I could fucking cry right now. I can't, but I fucking could, type of thing. You know what I mean? Like in No Way Home. That's why I rank it so high, because it's not even just because of those moments. When Peter's there, Tom Holland's acting, I think it's underrated in that moment where Aunt May's there and he's like begging for her not to be dead or whatever, and he has to like flee the scene, and he's like, I'm so sorry because I got to leave you right now. It's just like, I thought it was really good. And it was the closest I've been, probably. I was like, and the way the music was swelling and stuff, and like the way the people were showing up, and I was getting frantic, and I was just like there. I was like, "Fuck, this is what emotions are." Wow, death and destruction happens all around the world, but Peter Parker crying over Aunt May, that's what got me going. Almost got me going. Yeah, I look forward to it. It's not even tomorrow. I think it's Wednesday it comes out, and I'll watch it on the day. Call me crazy. I like these films, believe it or not, because I shit on them all the time, but it's from a place of love. And I didn't even see Ant-Man at all when it was in cinemas, so I saw Thor Love and Thunder the day it came out. Fuck me. And Doctor Strange, and I hated them both. But this time, I just feel like Marvel's problem isn't like they didn't just lose the ability to make films. Clearly, with their properties that they've had from the earlier phases, still using those directors, they remain the good tone. They remain having the good tone. Like Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Maybe people think this or that about. I'm not sure what people think about it, but like that was picked from when they were in their prime. Maybe so was the Spider-Man. So was Guardians, and it keeps James Gunn. It keeps who. Ryan Coogler, that's his name, right? It keeps Coogler. It keeps Gunn. It keeps Spider-Man's director name. I feel like I'm not gonna remember his name. Oh, I do know it. I actually think he's low-key underrated. I think in each film he actually has a few really well done scenes. Just doesn't use enough of them. It feels like sometimes his films are like kind of bland throughout most of it because they have this whole John Hughesy things he loves. But then sometimes he just pulls out the fact like, no, I'm good at this. I can do some good stuff here. I can't remember his name though. It's like Sam Raimi, who directed Doctor Strange, is just taking up all my brain room right now. A relevant name that just won't let me remember. Here's one. I'll give it one last go. No, it ain't coming. But it feels like the new films they're making, like their new properties and stuff, is what they're struggling with a bit more. But that being said, Doctor Strange and Thor, they brought through Taika and they brought through it, and that didn't work. I don't know. But it just feels like even though like the world was crumbling around these films, like the Spider-Man or Spider-Man when it came out, and Black Panther when it came out, and this movie when it came out, even though the fucking sky was falling around them, and you thought, why not these ones as well? Never in my mind did I doubt they would pull through and remain the same tone they had prior and be good. And for the most part, that has remained true. And it seems to be the best at the bunch so far, so I look forward to that. Anyway, I've somehow managed to go for 20 odd minutes, not even just under probably, but whatever. This is 1-3-0. See you in 1-3-1.
Here with the kids, and I've got 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. He was like,